So, we are into the final stages of the IPL, and this has been one of the best IPL in terms of the level of cricket produced as well as the conditions on offer. Due to the high values fetched by the media rights of IPL 2018, there was an increase in budget of each of the teams, which brought all of them on an equal playing field. And this is reflected in the points table of this year's IPL. All the teams are neck and neck with hardly a difference to tell between the teams qualified and those who missed out. Incidentally, Delhi Daredevils, the bottommost team this year, have 10 points, which is the highest ever in the history of the IPL for the bottommost team. I doubt anyone would have been able to predict all the 4 teams that have qualified at the start of the tournament. Mumbai Indians had a quality side capable of lifting the trophy, but they could not get the things together at the crunch moments. It is an upset of giant proportions that MI are not in the first 4. Kings 11 Punjab got off to a rocketing start with 5 wins of the first 6 games, and then the wheels fell off as dramatically as I've ever seen. Another heartbreak for the Delhi Daredevils and RCB fans, and they have to wait for another year for their teams to win their first IPL title. But amongst all the suspense, the drama and the surprises, CSK and Sunrisers Hyderabad were the 2 qualifiers on expected lines. So let us now talk about the first qualifier between them on the 22nd May. At the end of the IPL auctions, I believe that Sunrisers Hyderabad had built the smartest unit, and it was to be seen on the league stages. But before the start of their campaign, the biggest talk was around the absence of David Warner. But the replacement captain Kane Williamson has batted like a dream. In fact, if against the scores of Williamson you put the name of David Warner, they still look like great numbers. SRH were the table toppers at the end of the league stages, so there is not much that needs to be said about the captaincy of Williamson. In addition to the 2 quality frontline bowlers in Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Rashid Khan, the other 3 bowlers Siddharth Kaul, Sandeep Sharma and Shakib Al Hasan have all been excellent. Shikhar Dhawan has scored a few half centuries, and the backup players have always done well whenever given an opportunity. The only possible chink in armour for the Sunrisers Hyderabad is Manish Pandey. He is yet to perform as per the expectations of his franchise. He has played a few decent innings, but is yet to win them a game on his own. So going into the playoffs, Sunrisers Hyderabad look like a solid unit obviously, but a crucial factor is that a majority of games won by Sunrisers Hyderabad have been on the slow dying wickets of Hyderabad, and the Wankhede deck would be anything but that. The Sunrisers Hyderabad would be up against an inspired CSK who have a habit of raising their levels come the playoff stages. They have been clinical as usual and have no glaring weaknesses. In fact, some of the players have performed better than what might have been expected of them initially. Ambati Rayudu is in the form of his life, Deepak Chahar has invariably picked up wickets in the power play overs, and Shane Watson is winning them games both off the bat as well as off the ball. Add to that, the 2 most critical players for CSK are in good form. Suresh Raina is looking in good rhythm in the second half of the IPL, and the legend of MS Dhoni has only grown in this year's IPL, if at all it is possible. He is back to taking the games as deep as possible and hitting those big sixes into the second tier yet again. The biggest roadblock for the CSK is the bowling of Dwayne Bravo. Over the years, his 4 overs have been gold dust for CSK, but in this edition, he has been thrown all around the park in almost all the games. The outcome of this game is too tough to call, but if I had to pick one, I think CSK have an upper hand. They won both their games against the Sunrisers Hyderabad, albeit by a closer margin, and the Sunrisers Hyderabad are more desperate for a win because they'll be looking to arrest their 3-match losing streak. So I will be putting my money on CSK, and so will I think the majority of the Wankhede crowd.